Hello. Cool. So, how is it going till now? Pretty good, yeah? If you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section. It's here for that. So, if you're stuck, if you don't understand something, just make sure to leave a question. That way I will be able to help you and guide you through all of the steps just to fix that issue, or yeah, just to unstuck you. Okay? Perfect, let's do that. So let's create a new class called Input Manager, or whatever you want to call it, which will be responsible to make the bridge between the keyboard and the Word containers. Okay, so let's create a new game object in the hierarchy and call it Input Manager. Let's reset its transform again, as usual. Okay, cool. And let's create a new script called, you guess it, Input Manager. Awesome. Now we can drag this Input Manager script and drop it into the Input Manager game object. That way we are able to use it again. I think you got it now. So let's double click on it. Nice. Here we are. Okay, so first off, we won't initialize the Word container from the Word container class. So we can comment this line by adding 2 forward slashes. Okay, we are now going to initialize everything from the Input Manager. Okay, cool. So right now in the start method, we can write initialize. Ah, I spelled it. Okay, perfect. So it's going to be a private method, and let's call it initialize. Oh no, come on. Initialize. Initialize. Okay, perfect. Before I forget, let's add a reference to all of our Word containers. So let's create a new header. Let's call it elements. I think you're used to it now. It's going to be a serialized field, private, Word container array of Word containers. That way, in Unity, we are going to be able to specify all of our Word containers, and we can manipulate them and do anything you want with them. Okay. In the inspector, press the little lock to lock the inspector. That way, whatever you select, the last thing you've selected will be the one active in the inspector. It allows us to select multiple Word containers, in our case, drag them and drop them into the array. Okay, cool. We now have a reference to all of our Word containers in the Input Manager. Let's start doing something fun. Just to show you, now if I hit play, it's not going to be initialized, so the letter will still be there. And that's the case because we have removed the initialized method from the Word container. So let's add it to the Input Manager instead. Okay, so in the initialize method, let's create a for loop to loop through all of our Word containers. So from 0 to, not the 0, but Word containers.length. That where we can edit or do anything we want with each and every Word container. Let's say Word containers I, so Word containers at index I dot initialize. And now again, you can see that Unity doesn't find this method. Why? It's because the initialize method in the Word container is private. And that's the case. So let's make it public, like so. Now, if we go back to the Input Manager, no more errors. Okay, so let's open Unity, hit play, and now the letter containers should reset. Awesome. In the next lesson, we are going to see how we can subscribe to the event sent by the keyboard key and edit the letter containers using that event. So yeah, let's do that.